Today we're driving a 2018 Honda Civic Type R. This car comes turbocharged with a 2-liter 4-cylinder, puts out 306 horsepower and 295 pound-feet of torque.
Sticker price for this car is $35,000. However, this car is going $15,000 over sticker, and you're looking at around $50,000 overall to purchase this car.
This car goes 0 to 60 in 4.9 seconds, which is comparable to
the Focus RS, which does it in 4.6, and the Subaru STI actually does it in 5.3, which is a little bit slower than this model.
Right.
This car, as you said, puts out 306 horsepower, but I mean, comparable to the RS, which puts out 350, 0.3 is not much slower.
It's really not. And granted that this car is front-wheel drive, whereas the Focus RS is all-wheel drive, and also the STI is all-wheel drive.
This car did lap the Nürburgring in 7 minutes and 43 seconds.
Right.
And comparing that to the RS, which lapped it in 8 minutes and 6 seconds, this car blew it away.
Yes,
and I think Honda kind of blew everyone's expectations when they came out with the Type R.
How much does this car weigh, bro? Do you know?
This car weighs 3,117 pounds to be exact.
Holy shit! Damn, Google! There's a reason that this car did so well on the track, and the reason that it got the time that it did, because this car handles like a dream. And when I say that, if you put this car in a corner at 80 miles an hour, it takes the corner like it's 20 miles an hour.
I feel like the faster you go with this car, the more in control you kind of feel, if that makes any sense.
100%.
I feel like the car handles a little bit better. In race mode, this car is ridiculous. This car has several modes, which you can talk about.
This car has 3 modes where you control right here. So the first one that obviously is standard is your comfort mode, and that's just one that, you know, you're just cruising around in. You have sport mode, where maybe if you wanted to step on it through traffic every once in a while. And then you have race mode, which is the full-on everything. Tight suspension, everything like that.
Do you feel the tighter suspension with the race mode enabled, or how does it actually feel?
It actually does change up, and the car tightens up a lot more. But the main thing that this does is it kind of, the car wants to be in the higher RPMs, and Honda did that on purpose.
Right.
So far, I'm obviously impressed with the handling of this car. This is probably one of the best cars out there if you love to just go in the canyons. And even if you just wanted to take this car into the corners at your local, you know, Walmart parking lot.
What kind of advice is that,
just joking, man? Like, some cool features on this car. The first one being rev matching. This car does have automatic rev matching, which you can turn on or off. The car comes with an aluminum shift knob, which Honda always does a great job on. It fits your hand really well, and it's definitely something that I love about the car. You have your infotainment center here, which I've been really impressed with so far.
So in terms of the looks of this car is actually really, in my opinion, this is one of the best looking cars right now for 2018. I like it more than the STI. I personally love the RS, but after seeing the 2018 this Civic Type R here come out, I think they actually killed it with the looks and appearance of this car. The wheels, you know, you got 20s on here, stock. In terms of the headlights, I think that the daytime running lights on this car is actually pretty sick. They look really aggressive, and you can actually see them in direct sunlight. Like, the lights are pretty bright in direct sunlight.
Some people might like the more basic look of the car, and then some people actually like all the curves and things like that on the car. The back of this car actually looks really good. I like it a lot.
The back actually looks really aggressive. I think the spoiler on this car
They did a good job.
The tri-tip exhaust in the back looks really aggressive as well.
Yes,
you were mentioning that you didn't like the sound of the exhaust inside the car.
Yeah, so we've been driving this car for a few hours now, and really when you step on this car, even in all 3 modes that we have, you don't really hear the exhaust a whole lot. It's more engine noise than anything.
Yeah.
So right now we're in sport mode. If I switch to race mode, the car actually starts to tighten up a little bit more, and then you can get ready to shift down to 3rd. So let's go down to 3rd gear and see if you can hear it. Yeah, see, it's more engine noise than anything. I don't know how the speakers are going to catch that, but it's really just the engine that you hear. So the first thing that I would do as soon as I bought this car is I would change out the exhaust. Woo! All right. Hello, everyone. You think they can tell that we haven't slept? I mean, you probably have bags.
I have bag under my eyes.
My eyes.
I usually have bag under my eyes, but I think it's actually pretty bad right now.
My eyes are like shot right now, pretty much. Earlier, Randy forgot to show you guys on the camera, but I was sleeping in the trunk, and then this guy with an STI walked up, and And he was like, hey man, nice car. And I'm like laying in the trunk.
And then this fool popped out of the fucking trunk out of nowhere. And I was like, what the? He was like, what the fuck is going on?
Oh, there's someone in there. Like, yeah, I'm trying to sleep right now, bro. Then I popped out like with my feet first, I remember. And the guy's like, oh, there's someone in there. Like, yeah, no shit, there's someone in here. Because he kept saying we, and I don't think the guy registered when you kept saying, yeah, we've been driving the car around, like, da 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 da. The guy probably thought you were talking about like you have like a bird in there or some shit. He was so lost. He was like, wait, are you having problems opening your trunk? And I was like, no. Yeah, and then this guy popped out of the nowhere when I got to open the trunk. It was just, oh, he's gonna rip that shit. Woo! Damn, that nigga ripping that shit. This is dope. We gotta get the footage of this shit. A lot of people don't like the look because of the rear has too much going on. That's kind of what people say, but I like it. I kind of like the futuristic look and like the spaceship look of this car is what I've always liked. Why are you calling it a spaceship? It looks like a fucking spaceship. Hey, it looks like a fucking spaceship. Hey, the Bugatti looks like a spaceship, and this car looks like a spaceship. So the Bugatti is a spaceship. I say that's not even a car. That's literally like a jet on wheels. True. That's not a car. For anyone that thinks a Bugatti is a car, no, that's a jet on wheels. Yeah, if you guys ever have the chance to get your hands and drive a Type R, I would definitely recommend 100%. The experience. I don't think you guys would regret it. So not at all. Not at all. You might regret it if you have all these bikers behind you. Let me show these guys the freaking bikers real quick. See these bikers here? They never give up. There's tons of them. Like, look. They're just coming out of nowhere. Look. It's like, oh my God. They come out of nowhere. Bikers. Randy mentioned something about the seats, saying that they're actually not as comfortable as we thought they would be after a long period of time. After sitting in these seats for about 2 hours straight. When we first sat in here, let's say for the first hour, we were like, you could be in these all day. And then we drove for, you know, another 2-3 hours, and then 4 hours, and then we were like, nah, my back is starting to hurt. Yeah. Because these are cars, these are racing seats. This isn't really meant to go cross country in, but they made them comfortable enough that you could if you really wanted to. But the fact is, I think it's a good in-between balance between comfortable and performance. Look at all these freaking bikers. I told you they never give up. Again, I don't know how we're putting this together, but when Randy crashed that joint into the tree, that was the dumbest shit I've ever seen. I'm sorry, I gotta tell you that. Like, the tree was on the ground almost and he crashed it in the tree. You're supposed to be in the sky. How are you gonna say you're a professional drone flyer and you fly right into the tree? How you crashed into that? Couldn't see it. And another bike. Here we go, baby. We should just call this the freaking bike review already. I had a really fun time reviewing this car. We've had it for 2 days and it's been a super fun car. Randy wants to buy one now, right? Yeah, I definitely want one. I don't know why you're trying to buy this car. I'm not paying over 40K for this car. Here's what, if any of you Honda salesmen can actually get me this car for sticker, please hit us up. So we've been driving this car all day looking for things that we don't like about the car, but there's not a lot because this car is really impressive, man. Probably one of the first cars I can get inside of and not complain about anything. So far, everything was pretty much perfect on the car. I can't really complain. So, as you guys know, Supa Garage, this is the crazy guy over here from Supa Garage. This guy right here. This is the retard. I'm the smart one, all right? You're the smart one? Yeah. How are you the smart one? And this is the dumb one. So, when you guys see anything that's dumb that happens in Supa Garage, it's Matt's idea. Anything that you guys like is my idea. All right, so there is one thing I forgot to talk about that this car has, and I'm only bringing this up because we're on a hill right now. This car has something called brake hold. It's just right here by the shifter, and if you want, you can have that on or off. So if you're on a hill and you want to make sure the brakes are held without having to have your foot on the brake, this is actually a cool feature to have, and not a lot of cars have this recently in 2018. The exterior on this car, I don't have a lot to complain about. The interior of the car, there's a little bit of carbon fiber in the door. There's a lot of girls that are going to be in the back. If you guys watched our last review, you would have noticed we reviewed a Camaro SS. We have a big surprise next week for you guys. Big surprise. Stay tuned for that. Man, this is a nice road. This is a sick road. Where was this earlier when we needed it? apologize too, because it's getting darker outside and we were trying to get this video done a little quicker, but ran into some issues. Thank you for watching.
Make sure to like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, and we'll catch you guys in the next episode of SupaDrive.